back to my channel. So today's junk journal with me, we are going to be doing day 8 of the Junk Journal January challenge. Today's prompt is blossom, and personally it's one of my favourites just because I think anything involving flowers, florals is going to be my favourite anyway, because I love to use those in my journal. And today in the collab we have the lovely Nazi from Amity Bloom sharing her take on the prompt. So as always, be sure to check that out in the playlist. Now for the prompt of blossom, I toyed with the idea of going down the more painty route and painting some flowers in my journal, but I just felt like doing some collage. I don't know, I feel like it's more my happy place to just do some collage, especially if I'm not sure what I'm going to do. So I just grabbed some bits that I thought might work well for this, so this botanical image for example, and started layering up some book pages just to create some different tones. And I am sticking to just the left hand side of this page. I've been doing a couple of like double spreads or bits with negative space, and I'm conscious that I'm going to run out of pages in this journal, so I'm trying to stick to the left hand side just for this page. And it's a really interesting process, this one, how the journal page turns out. You'll have seen in the little preview at the beginning something that doesn't look anything like this, so I've kept in pretty much everything to show you how this kind of evolved and the things that I added and then removed and changed, things like that. I did have a little bit of a hiccup in a second where my camera actually stopped recording, and luckily I'd only glued down a couple of bits of paper before I realised that it wasn't recording. I would have been gutted if I hadn't recorded everything, so luckily the journal gods were on my side and I was able to recover it. So all I did was I was just adding little scraps of collagey bits. There was some of that floral wallpaper there, and I was just building that up around the main focal point. I then had this text from a book that I'd got from the charity shop, and I just thought it was perfect for this page. It added some nice bold text and some contrast. And again, I'm just coming in, adding in these little scraps of papers and trying to like test out where I want them on the page. So rather than just gluing them down at the first place that they land, I'm trying to almost test them out and see where I might like them on the page. And this black piece with the little flowers, I think added some really nice contrast underneath the text and kind of gave it a little bit of lift, because I did have a lot of beige going on here at the beginning, and I just wanted to add some more depth and interest to the page and just build up like different elements of flowers. So I had the main focal point that was a flower, I had some of my collagey bits that had flowers, and then I thought, why don't I come in and doodle some flowers? And I really wish I hadn't done this, but it kind of helped with how the page turned out eventually, if that makes sense. Like I wouldn't have got to where I ended up at if I didn't do this. So I added just my regular little white dots. And then what I decided to do was use a fluorescent pink pen to do some doodling and some like flower doodles. And it just really didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to. And I tried loads of things to cover this up and get rid of it, because I thought it would be nice to have like a really vibrant pink contrast, and it just really didn't work with this page. You know, when you have an idea in your head of what you think it's going to look like, and then it just looks nothing like what I thought it would. So, but I've left it all in for you guys to see kind of the full process and journey almost of this page, because I feel like it can be easy sometimes when you see things online and there's the magic of editing and you think that it's just been an easy, simple process. And so I just wanted to show you guys, like, full transparency, the struggle that I went through. But like I said, if I hadn't done this, it wouldn't have turned out the way that it did at the end. So yeah, I left it all in for you guys just to see. And I suppose the message from this would be trust the process. That's what I've learned. Just keep pushing through, and to be honest, if you're not feeling happy with it, you can just turn over the page and there'll be a brand new blank clean slate for you to journal with. So don't put too much pressure on yourself if you feel like it's not going your way. There's things you can do to cover things up, take things out, or just start again. There's nothing wrong with starting again, and just knowing when to push through and when to turn the page, as it were.
Days without water along the sun-soaked road, crossed over borders to get where we are, and it's all for you, it's all for you, it's all for you, it's all for you. I did it all for you, it's all for you, it's all for you, it's all for you. Nights without sleeping, 'cause you fear the night, and days without eating, 'cause it ain't enough for two, and it's all for you, it's all for you, it's all for you, it's all for you. I did it all for you, it's all for you, it's all for you, it's all for you. When it is freezing, I will keep you warm. I will hold you closer so you don't feel the cold, and it's all for you, it's all for you, it's all for you, it's all for you. I did it all for you, it's all for you, it's all for you, it's all for you.
And in the end, I just decided that I needed to cut the whole section off. And you know what? I really love the way that this page has layered up and you can see the pages behind. You can see the bits of lace, the shimmer, the ripped and torn edges. And I just think that's what it needed, that layered textural element. And I'm really enjoying having the different sized pages within this journal. And all I wanted to do was to give this page a little bit of a lift and some contrast, so I rounded the corners, and what I also came in and did was just sort of went round the edges with my ink pad just to darken the edges. These are some really cute cherry blossom stickers. I can't remember where I got them from, I've had them a while, and I just wanted to add those because there was a little bit of pink left over in the page, which obviously I wouldn't have done if I hadn't had that pink pen on there. And I think it just softened everything. I didn't need such bright pink. I really like the more subtle muted pinks on my journal pages. So I'm just adding some final details with my pens and just a little bit of some white paint. And that is pretty much everything for this prompt for this journal page. So I hope you enjoyed journaling along with me, and I hope this gives you a little bit of confidence in your journal to make some mistakes, try new things. Don't be afraid to do something in your journal, because you can always cut it off is the motto, I guess. You can always cut your page down. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.